Welcome to the Stack Supplement Podcast, the premier source for supplement news and reviews.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Stack Supplement Podcast. We're going to take you through the most exciting news, stories, and announcements shared on our website, stack.com, or as some like to say, stack3d.com, from the past 7 days. Compared to the first few weeks of the year, last week wasn't as exciting in terms of new releases, reveals, and whatnot. But we were still not short on work and content, enough, in fact, to just jam-pack this episode, which we're going to kick off with a whole bunch of stories, actually, that are all related to Valentine's Day. Now, in the US, we don't really see too many brands do what we're about to talk about related to Valentine's Day. Well, typically they do sales and deals and discounts. In Europe, supplement companies tend to put together special edition products and kits and flavors. We've seen them do it for Christmas, Easter, and this week we've got, of course, Valentine's Day on Friday. And so last week we shared a whole bunch of brands who were doing special edition releases for Valentine's Day. The first one we saw, which wasn't as big as some of the others, was Nutrend. They put together his and hers jugs, each filled with a variety of their protein bars. There was the B-Slim bar in there, the premium protein bar. But you had the boys one, or the men's one was in blue, and then the girls one in pink. And you could just buy them. And it's very simple, very straightforward, more of like not really anything special edition, but just a cool little kit put together for Valentine's Day. Now, the next brand, or retailer actually, is Jim Beam, who we have shared a few times on the site. It's actually a European retailer, or major European retailer. It has websites that service several countries in the continent, but it also has a full line of supplements, from beverages to bars to supplements and whatnot. And so the retailer last week launched a special edition version of its Fit Cheat block of chocolate. This is like low sugar, high protein chocolate. This one isn't really overly special, but more or less the packaging is special edition. Everything's the same with the product. It is the white chocolate and strawberry flavor of the Fit Cheat protein chocolate, but on the front of the box, the brand has put a love heart. So they've made 500 units featuring this love heart, first in, first serve. But again, exactly the same as the white chocolate and strawberry flavor that's already available for Fit Cheat, with just that little love heart on the front being what makes it so special and unique. The next two stories we have, these are the brands that kind of went a little bigger for Valentine's Day. The first one is the Danish brand Body Labs, who put together a limited edition Valentine's Day bundle, and it comes with basically, like a lot of these brands, it's got a lot of color-themed products relating to raspberries and strawberries and chocolate. But Body Labs bundle is a 500-gram bag of their white chocolate and raspberry pancake mix, a sling bag, a 1 kg bag of the strawberry and white chocolate Way 100, and then there's this all-new product with a strawberry chocolate protein bar, which is exclusive to the box set. The last brand we have to talk about regarding the Valentine's Day releases is RAZE Nutrition. These guys actually won our Best Booth Award for FIBO of last year with just a giant display that had everything you wanted, from samples to shopping to interaction, fans, athletes. It had it. But anyway, the team at RAZE Nutrition came out with a jam-packed Valentine's Day bundle, similar to what Body Lab did with the collection of products, but all of the items in RAZE Nutrition's Valentine's Day bundle are limited edition. So they've been put together exclusively for this box. You can't get them any other way than in this box. There are 4 items in total. There is a special edition flavor of their protein powder, Yum Yum Whey. You then have a special edition flavor of their Smacktastic flavoring powder. There is also a special edition flavor of their Smacktastic jam, or their fruit spread. And then the last item is actually, while the other ones are all special edition limited flavors of already available products, the last and the fourth piece in this RAZE Nutrition Valentine's Day bundle is entirely new. It hasn't been available before, and you can only get it in this box, and it is a block of protein chocolate called Chocoholic. It is a white chocolate But again, you can only get this in the box set, and again, this is only the whole set is limited edition. RAZE Nutrition is a German brand, so you're probably not going to see them in the US, but if you might be able to find a retailer or two who can ship. But again, best place to go for them is to their website and go to the site, stack.com, type in any of those brands, and you'll find more details on each of those awesome limited edition products. We move from the hype of Valentine's Day over to a collaboration, two stories actually, from the team at GFuel or Gamma Labs. So this past week, or even the past week and a half, I think it might have been a little bit before then, Gamma Labs announced that it was coming out with a new flavor of their GFuel energy drink, which we've reviewed on the site. It's unlike any other drink on the market. It's very unique, has a very interesting creamy texture and sweet taste to it. But it's a gaming beverage, so it's not marketed like any of the other energy drinks you see or high performance beverages. But I think tastes amazing and gets the job done. So this past 2 weeks, they announced that they were going to be bringing their blue chug rug. I think might even be called sour chug rug. I can't remember. It's a flavor they put together in partnership with FaZe Rug, who's a popular gamer and streamer. That flavor was already available for the regular GFuel powder quite some time ago, but they basically previewed their energy drink in this flavor. So the name of it is Sour Chug Rug. They've previewed their energy drink in his flavor, which basically confirms that it's going to be coming soon, and it's actually the first new flavor we've seen for the energy drink since it launched late last year, and just continued to sell out in the weeks and months following that launch. But in addition to the Sour Chug Rug preview that, like I said, confirms that the GFuel energy drink is getting a new flavor, they also previewed another option for the energy drink, but they previewed it in a much more mysterious way. All they did was they showed basically a fraction of the can. And in this little image, you can kind of see the colors of the can and what appears to be Dr. Disrespect. Now, if you're a fan of Gamma Labs and GFuel, you'll know that they teamed up with Dr. Disrespect quite some time ago, much like they did with FaZe Rug, for his own flavor of GFuel, and it was called Black on Blackberry. And so our guess, based purely on the fraction of this teaser image that we can make out, is that much like they're bringing FaZe Rug's Sour Chug Rug flavor to the GFuel energy drink, I was suspecting they're doing the same with Dr. Disrespect's Black on Blackberry. So they're basically hinting, or at least confirming, two flavors coming to the GFuel energy drink, and they're both going to be flavors from the original GFuel powder that were put together with ambassadors and stuff such as, like I said, FaZe Rug and Dr. Disrespect. While that is a lot of excitement and more news than we had seen on the GFuel energy drink front for some time, the brand threw another big announcement out last week, and that was in regards to another collaboration, but it didn't really go into too much detail. So the team at GFuel announced that it's doing something with Doom Eternal, the upcoming new Doom game, and that's really all it said. It didn't say too much more. It didn't even picture anything. It just said something's coming from the partnership of GFuel and Doom. And seeing as GFuel really has partnered with several people to make special edition flavors of GFuel, the GFuel gaming supplement, we're left guessing that that's what they're coming out with, a Doom Eternal themed or inspired flavor of GFuel. This wouldn't actually be the first time that the company teamed up with a gaming brand either. They also did that, I'm pretty sure it was last year with Code Vein. In the build up to the launch of that game, they teamed up and came out with two versions. I'm pretty sure it was the same flavor, but they had like different packaging and they had awesome collector's boxes. So this isn't out of character for the brand, but basically it's a shitload of new stuff coming from Gamma Labs and GFuel. GFuel is easily the leader in the gaming space, or at least the most popular. And last year they put their foot down. They really pumped out a lot of exciting stuff, a lot of new products, specifically that GFuel energy drink, which was huge for them, at least from what I saw, for them to sell out as fast as they did, as often as they did, to make as much noise as they did. And you also have, I'm pretty sure we might have mentioned it in the previous podcast, but the GFuel energy drink can now be found at select 7-Elevens. So they're making a huge push this year, and for a leader in that gaming space to be putting this much out, it's really exciting to see where this year takes them. But again, we've got 2 new flavors of the GFuel energy drink coming. One is the Sour Chug Rug, and the other one is what we suspect to be the Black on Blackberry. Either way, with that texture and taste that the original GFuel energy drink flavors delivered, I have to imagine these new ones are going to be great as well. And then you've got that mysterious Doom Eternal partnership, which we'll share details on when we have it. It looks like we'll be seeing those 2 energy drink flavors first. Not so much that Doom partnership, as they had a countdown on their site. I believe it was like a sign up page for more information, and it said it had like just over a month left before the sign up closed, and that timer ticked down to almost exactly when Doom Eternal is meant to launch on March 20th. So by the sounds of things, that one's coming next month, and the energy drink flavors will be seen sooner rather than later. From beverages, we move over to some more sports nutrition friendly categories with BuildFast formula, famous for their Vaso Blitz and Full Blitz, their pre-workouts. Vaso Blitz is actually one of our top 5 pump pre-workouts on the market. Killer pumps, just really well-rounded formula, easily stacked with several other pre-workouts. So last week they actually launched their first ever protein powder 80/20, which is a blend style protein powder. The 80/20 title is in reference to the ratio of protein that it uses, with 80% casein and 20% whey. That one hit the market at Monday last week with some great deals. If you didn't catch it or you weren't following the site, you will have missed out, because it was indeed a hell of a deal that they launched it with. I think it was like $25 a bag, or it worked out to as low as $25 a bag, which is really solid. But the more exciting news, or I guess equally exciting news, came a few days later when we got details of a preview of an all-new supplement from BuildFast formula. Quickly following the launch of 80/20, a picture showed up of a new pre-workout from the brand called Blitzed, or Stack3d, however you want to say it. It's basically, from what we can gather, and this is just based purely on the preview that we saw of the product, Blitzed, I'm going to say Blitzed just because I pronounce stacked as stacked and not Stack3d, but Blitzed is a concentrated pre-workout. So this is a category the brand is already in with Vaso Blitz and Full Blitz. So Blitzed is, from what we gather, is going to be a concentrated pre-workout, which typically means it's like a more high stim formula. But again, all we've seen is a preview of this, so we can't confirm anything. But I have to imagine that with Full Blitz being the brand stim pre-workout, heavily dosed, well dosed, I would say. And then you got Vaso Blitz being their stim free. My guess is Blitzed is they're just more stimulant, energy focused pre-workout. They do mention on the label that it does have nitrates in there, much like Vaso Blitz and Full Blitz, and so it probably delivers more pumps as well. So I'm just curious to see how this fits into the family of BuildFast formula. Again, they have 2 pre-workouts already, and this one is labeled as a concentrate, but again, it still promotes similar benefits to that Full Blitz with energy focus and pumps. And brands, I mean, I haven't seen a brand ever kind of launch 2 products identical that weren't separated by some other reason. So whatever this is, I have to imagine it's got its point of difference compared to Full Blitz. But again, you can go to the site, check that out, type in BuildFast formula or just Blitzed 3D with the 3D in there, and you'll get a good look at it. But by the sounds of things, this one is quite a while away, which isn't too surprising since 80/20 just hit the market. I believe they mentioned it's still a while away from launch. So keep the excitement on the 80/20, but also keep the excitement out for the upcoming Blitzed from BuildFast formula. From BuildFast formula, we go over to, I guess, what I'm pretty sure is one of the first limited edition formula brands in Myoblocks. And by that I mean the brand who kind of first did limited edition products with alternate flavors, formulas, and different perspectives and branding. They were one of the first I ever seen do it. I know others do it now, several others do it now, black market. Always used to do limited edition flavors, but then started doing tweaks to their formulas. Ghost has always done it for quite some time, but Myoblocks, as far as I remember, was the original. And they haven't stopped since we first wrote about them. But last week, Myoblocks announced or introduced what it's calling the VIP Club. Now, the VIP Club is exactly what it sounds like, an exclusive club for, I guess, loyal fans of Myoblocks. And if you're even a small fan, or even as large as a big fan of Myoblocks, you're going to want to sign up for this. It's a bit of a no-brainer. There's no cost. Just fill out the form, sign up, and you're in. And what you get is early access to limited edition flavors, before limited edition releases from Myoblocks, before anyone else. Access to deals and discounts before anyone else, and you get exclusive deals that are only available to the Myoblocks VIP Club. So it's just a whole bunch of perks, well worth getting on, especially since there's no cost to sign up. You can go to their website. I believe when we posted it last week, they said sign-ups will be opening this week. So if you go to myoblocks.com, you'll be able to sign up for all of that and get in all the perks soon, which would also be quite handy because, as you may know, later this month, in fact I think it's even this week or next, Myoblocks is launching its 2020 edition of the XO series with their limited edition versions of Skywalk and Blow, which you can also find out details on. We shared those last month, I believe. If you go to stack3d.com, you'll be able to find more info on that. To finish off the episode, which is jam-packed, as I promised, as always, we have news from RAZE. Now, I'm talking RAZE Energy drink. Last year, and I'm pretty sure it was in September, or it was near Halloween, the company announced that they would be doing the first ever crowdsourced energy drink. Now, if you're not sure what that is, we didn't really know at first either. All that they said was crowdsourced, but the more common term, I guess we call it, is fan created. We call them fan creations, where the brand gets input from the brand gets input from the fans as to how the product turns out. Now, we've seen this before when companies had asked fans to help name flavors or suggest names for products, which is kind of handy. But RAZE took it to another level. They got fans involved every step of the way. They asked them which design do they like the most, what name should they go with, how the product should be launched. And so last week, RAZE got fans to direct message them on Instagram, and basically they wanted 1,500 DMs. And if they got that 1,500, they would start the process of their second crowdsourced energy drink. And not too surprisingly, the brand did get that amount of DMs, and they have given the project the green light. So over the next 3 weeks, I believe it is, RAZE is going to be asking fans for help on decisions regarding this new flavor. Now, we don't know anything about it. We don't know what the theme is. We just know it's a new flavor of the RAZE Energy drink. The company will actually be asking input, slightly more input than they did for Voodoo, which was the one that launched last year, their first ever one. They'll be asking again for help on deciding the look of the product, the name of the product, just like Voodoo, but this time around they're also going to be asking fans for help on the taste of the product. So my guess is they'll be putting out, combinations of flavors and tastes and seeing which one fans like the most, and so they're really, really getting more input from fans and just kind of taking it up a notch. But the thing is that it's going to be awesome to see how this one turns out. The Voodoo Maze was pretty cool to watch and see how that one evolved and turned out. And so this one I suspect is going to be just as fun and exciting. But as always, stay tuned to the site, stack.com, stack3d.com, however you want to pronounce it, for all the latest news. We'll be back next week with another episode. But thank you for tuning in.